10,000 boys in the smart uniform and pillbox hats of the Boys Brigade get together, it's a sight worth seeing. And the crowd at Queen's Park Recreation Ground evidently thinks so too. Today they're being reviewed by Sir Arthur Rose, Commissioner for the Special Areas in Scotland. By the way, it was in Glasgow that the Boys Brigade movement was founded over 50 years ago by Sir William Smith. And today there are Boys Brigades all over the world. Spain holds an election. It isn't anything like an old Spanish custom, where everything's so quiet and orderly you can almost bet your life, which isn't worth much in normal election times, that there's a snag in it somewhere. Even on Independence Day, the police needn't be quite so independent, but the day isn't over yet. And at that traditional signal, the Spanish blood warms up and the battle begins. These Spaniards certainly know their onion. Work is pushing ahead on Britain's new fleet of giant flying boats, larger than any that have ever before been built. And soon they'll be linking the empire with wings over the ocean. Carrying passengers and mail at speeds up to 200 miles an hour, they will fly to Australia in 7 days, to South Africa in 4, and will make experimental flights across the Atlantic as well. While the passengers sleep in comfortable bunks, the 4,000 horsepower engines will carry them through storms and across deserts and oceans, in single hops of over 1,000 miles each. Britain has long been queen of the seas. These flying boats will make her queen of the air. A slight illness prevents the Duchess of York from accompanying the Duke when he performs the opening ceremony at the Margaret Macmillan House, the Kentish holiday home for children. Meanwhile, other less formal opening ceremonies are taking place, where the children are busy digging down to Australia. And they're not the only performers on the sands, for in far Glen Eagles, she's a bit jumpy today, Patty Berg is covering herself with sand in the hope of covering herself with glory in the Curtis Cup match between Great Britain and the US. And why not a little golf music? She's not interested anyway. So now the stage is set for the big match. It looks as if it's going to be quite a dressy affair. 18 years after the end of the war, the German battleship König Albert is raised from her Scapa Flow grave and towed to Rosyth. A very ticklish job, because any accident to the airlocks inside her and she'd go down like a stone. And the men who are spending 4 days and nights on her upturned keel would go down too. At Rosyth, the König Albert will provide 9 months breaking up work for 100 men. And there must be many worse jobs than disposing of foreign battleships so peacefully. When our cameraman looks in at Aldershot, he finds the air throbbing with martial music, as the troops carry out the dress rehearsal of some of the movements they'll do at this year's tattoo. This is the March of the Drums. And now watch them reverse ranks, and then imagine how much more impressive it'll be in the glare of the searchlights. For the 5th time since he came to the throne, His Majesty the King inspects one of his crack infantry regiments. Today it's the turn of the 1st Battalion of the Irish Guards. Is there anything more thrilling than the massed swing of a British infantry battalion on the march?